Hello and welcome to another gameplay review at World of Tanks with PR154. Today we're looking at the K-91-PT, which is one of the Tier 9 reward tanks available through Battle Pass Season 4. Unfortunately, this one does require the improved Battle Pass in order to have enough Battle Pass tokens to get to this tank, but more on that later. You'll see straight out of the gate, this is quite an agile tank. We're rapidly pulling away from our allies, which is a tactically questionable decision sometimes, but in this case, with only 5.5 degrees of gun depression and a fairly open map, what we want to do is try to get to those positions that we can use to protect our fairly weak lower and upper frontal plates. They're pretty much made of cheese, and anything Tier 7 or above can pretty well go through them. So the upper citadel, as you see, has effective armour of closer to 320 millimeters. So Tier 8, 9 and even Tier 10 tanks are really going to struggle to get through that without a good dab at the 2 key. So taking this position early has meant we've been able to stall the advance of these two medium tanks, which would otherwise be able to start getting up into the hills and exerting map control of their own. At the moment they think I'm on my own, so I've moved to counter, but fortunately our two heavy tanks have arrived on station, and the WZ-120 taking a bit of punishment. Has been set on fire by, I think that might have been the Barask, but no matter, he's practically toast and is shut down by K-91-PT. This leaves us with the PTA, who's now realised he's hopelessly outnumbered and is making a break for it. A cheeky shot in from ourselves, and we'll start moving to exert map control, having taken this A1 position. So a quick overview of the map. There's two kills taken on either side, so a pretty even contest, but our map control appears to be slightly better. Enemy T-34 is camping from the base and taking a few hits. We'll move to shut down this Leopard PTA so he doesn't become a backline sniper that just ends up stripping hit points off other people, and we shut him down quickly with a combined shot and ram. This little gully here is a fantastic way to advance on the enemy cap circle from either side without exposing yourself to enemy fire. Either end can be quite a strong position for tank destroyers, but if you can get in here or even at the other end and start spotting tank destroyers, then they start to really lose their ability to defend these positions. We've fortunately found a bit of a position that plays well to this tank's armour profile, and as well as catering to its gun depression. Again, 5.5 degrees, which is not great. But then with that rear-mounted casemate, I guess there's only so much depression you can get the tank to work with without making that casemate ridiculously tall. So eyes on the enemy TDs. Our heavy tanks working from behind, trying to reduce their hit points, but a little bit more action from that end would certainly go a long way. As the IS-3 shuts down at the enemy Scorpion G. Accuracy test on the T-34 is surprisingly passed. Its base gun dispersion on this one is 0.38, so you certainly don't go into it expecting to win any sniping contests. If you can just keep the citadel of the tank exposed, well, you can certainly expect to win a few bouncing contests. So a little on how you can actually get the K-91-PT. We mentioned before you need to get the improved Battle Pass for Battle Pass Season 4. picking up these Battle Pass reward tanks require you to collect tokens. There are 9 tokens available on the standard Battle Pass that everyone gets by default. Unfortunately, while that's enough to get some of the other Battle Pass reward tanks that have been introduced to the game earlier in the piece, it will not be enough to get you the K-91-PT. So you will need to get the improved Battle Pass. You will need to get the improved Battle Pass for all 3 seasons. So each season is going to set you back 2,500 gold, so you've got a minimum 7,500 gold capital outlay to get all 3 seasons. Beyond that, you then need to complete the stages of Battle Pass, which you'll need to complete 110 out of 150 stages. That seems like a lot, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. So if you don't have the time or inclination to do that, you can quite literally buy your way through at a cost of 250 gold per stage. So not that I suggest anyone does this, but if you did want to do absolutely nothing as far as advancing your way through Battle Pass stages by playing the game, you could, for a capital outlay of 27,500 gold on top of your 7,500 gold for the improved Battle Pass tickets, you could buy your way through the 110 missions, 110 stages in order to pick up this tank. So that would give you a maximum capital outlay to acquire this tank of 35,000 gold. So unfortunately, we were shut down in the tangle between the TS5 and the Scorpion G. As with most post-battle analyses, I was made a poke that I shouldn't have poked, and unfortunately there was a UDES 03 waiting for me, which I hadn't counted on. So that was the better part of 400 hit points I really could have done with. Fortunately, we've been in a pretty strong position in this battle. We've been able to shut down 12 enemy tanks, 13 enemy tanks rather, and leaving only 2 tank destroyers left in the game against our 4 tank destroyers, a medium tank and a heavy tank. SU-101 has decided to bravely assault the enemy position. He's spotted the Scorpion G, and our teammates have been able to shut him down quite promptly, just leaving the TS5 as the sole survivor. Which is a difficult enemy to deal with at the best of times, but unfortunately there's not too much that any tank can do with this sheer weight of hit points being pressed upon us. And the Scorpion G and Strav 1 finished the game up for us. So that's it for the K-91-PT. Please, if you haven't done so already, check out the Wix article where I review this tank and its gameplay in a bit more of its technical details. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care out there.